I think my wife's cheating on me. Wait, no, I said that wrong. I'm exhausted. I think my wife knows I'm cheating on her. Kevin pulls his swing and hits a nasty slice into the rough. What makes you say that? The tension hangs in the air. I don't know, she just seems fake lately. She's way too nice. It feels like she's putting on a show, but I don't know why. Dude, Sarah doesn't know shit. Kevin cracks a beer open and climbs into the golf cart. As far as she's concerned, you're the fucking Brady Bunch. And remember, if you're busted, it doesn't take a genius to figure out I'm guilty too. So keep your cool. Yeah, probably right. And there's no way they know about these college girls. Yeah, or any of the other dozen women that we've met on our business meetings. Look, we travel a lot for work. We're in different area codes, we use fake names. We're good. Now chill out, and let's play some golf. And by the way, you look like shit. No. I feel like shit. I haven't slept in 4 days. What? Why? I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm being so paranoid. My appetite is gone. I'm shaky. It feels like I'm on a bad drug. Maybe you should take the day off tomorrow. You don't think she's drugging you, do you? Kevin asked, and laughed to himself. Honestly, as crazy as it sounds, I considered it. But I haven't been eating anything, and I've only been drinking bottled water. I don't know. Maybe you're getting sick or something. Well, look, we've only got one more hole. Let's finish up and get out of here. And for real, take the day off tomorrow. 30 minutes later, I pull up at my house and park in the driveway. I lose what little cognitive momentum I have and slip into something. It's like a daydream without the dream. I don't know how long I was sitting there, but suddenly a hand slaps the window and startles me back to the moment. It's my son. Tanner, how was school? I ask as I slowly get out of the car. It's whatever. Fuck is cool, school ain't. I stare down at the 12-year-old mini-me. You can't say that. You're not old enough. That's not fair. I hear you and Kevin talk like that all the time. Look, just do as I say, not as I do. I start to make my way inside. That's what I was doing. He shot back with a grin. I can't even win an argument with a 12-year-old right now. The guys are here. I'll see you later, Dad. He grabs his bike from the garage and rides out to meet the rest of the neighborhood gang. Inside, Sarah is cleaning an already immaculate house. Oh, hi, honey. How was your day? It was alright. Kind of out of it, though. I think I'm going to go lie down. Sure, sweetie. Can I get you anything? No, I'm fine, but you should relax for a while. You've been working non-stop lately. Nonsense. I love my life, and I love my responsibilities. Go lie down. Get some rest. She turns to face me with the smile of a predator and unblinking eyes. Okay, whatever you say. After I close the bedroom door, I bury my face in my hands. Who is this woman? What is happening? She was always on top of things, but she was real and funny and normal. I swear, I feel like I'm in the Stepford Wives. I tell myself that I'll feel better after a nap, so I pull back the covers and fall in. About an hour later, I climb out, still exhausted, and now my eyes are dry from staring at the ceiling. I open the bedroom door, and I'm greeted by classical piano music. I like pianos and all, but this is not normal for us. I half expected to find a 5-star meal prepared in the kitchen, but she hasn't cooked a thing. She must know I can't eat. Hi, Brad. How was your rest? She looks up from a book she's reading in the living room and flashes a smile as white as snow. It was good. I needed it. My eyes are fixed on hers. That's great. She slams the book closed. You know, I shouldn't be reading stories like this before going to sleep. It's about a man and his troop of Boy Scouts that are completely infested with parasites. The poor man is literally falling apart, and he has no idea why. She pauses for a moment. Anyways, it's getting late. I'm going to get ready for bed. Don't stay up too late. I swear, she hasn't blinked this entire conversation. Okay, thanks. I'll come to bed soon. I never left the living room that night. Guilt and fear weighed me down so heavily that I felt like I was sinking into my chair. But the rest would not come. I was the first one in the office the next morning. I had to get out of the house. I spent the first few hours of the day searching WebMD for an explanation to my symptoms. When my secretary Samantha arrived at about 8:30, I told her that I didn't want any calls or visitors today. I told her to take a message if it's important. Thankfully, she is the quiet type and doesn't ask many questions. As I closed my office door, I could see her reaching for something in her giant duffel bag of a purse. There's no doubt as to what it was. Another book. She spends most of her time reading, but I really can't complain. She's honestly the best secretary I've ever had. Always punctual, professional, and consistent. Also, she does not bring any potential of a sexual harassment claim. She has broad but hunched shoulders, a pale, sickly complexion, and a face that is unfortunately unsymmetrical. That's part of the reason I hired her. I didn't want to give my wife any reason to suspect me. I walk back into my office, but anxiety keeps me moving. I find myself pacing for the next hour or so. Something is wrong. I can feel the inflammation flaring up in my joints, and after my knees and ankles start to hurt, I take some Advil and sit down. I try to distract myself with work, but I mostly just stared at my computer screen, unable to gather enough energy to focus on any one task. I let the screensaver turn black, and the reflection of a sunken face stares back at me. How much weight had I lost? It's unnatural, the way I'm feeling. It's like a cloud of despair has fallen over me. I try to hold myself together, but I could feel the moisture building in my eyes. Tears start streaming down my cheeks. I reach up to wipe them off with my sleeve, and it comes away red. My eyes are bleeding. Now the real fear starts to creep in. I slouch in my chair and run my hands over my head. Hundreds of hairs pull away. What is happening to me? I reach for my phone to call an ambulance, or at least my wife, but a wave of light-headed dizziness hits me like a Mack truck. My whole world is a spinning nausea, and I fall out of my chair. The last thing I remember are my hands reaching for something stable and grasping at the rug before everything goes black. It's dark out now, and a distant streetlight is dimly shining through my office windows. Everyone is gone but me. They must have thought I was working late. I'm lying on the hardwood floor next to the desk and the rug. I must have been tossing and turning after I blacked out. I grab my phone and, of course, it's dead. I need to go to the hospital, and I guess I'll have to drive myself. I feel like I'm stepping out of the grave as I leave my office and walk into the hallway. It's a slow, painful shuffle through the building and out into the parking lot. But once I'm breathing the cool outside air, it gives me a little strength. As I approached my car, I fumbled to get my keys from my pocket, but they slipped out of my hands, and my attempt to grab them caused them to fall and slide underneath the center of my car. I paused in frustration and cursed under my breath as I laid down to try and reach them. Thankfully, the streetlight was right next to me, and the visibility was good. As I reached my arm out, I noticed something strange on the underside of my car. Blood. Did I hit an animal and not notice? No. It's red, but it's too even to be blood. It could be paint, or maybe blood painted on. I can't be sure. I lay there for nearly a minute as I tried to decipher what I'm seeing, and from my awkward angle, a pattern started to become apparent. It's a pentagram with what seems to be Latin writing within it. I leave my keys there and sit back on the curb behind me. 10 minutes pass as I contemplate what this could possibly mean and how it got there, when I hear a familiar low rumble. It's the sound of 35-inch tires rolling down the street. Those tires belong to a Jeep, and that Jeep belongs to Kevin. He pulls up next to me with the windows down. "Dude, working late or something? Sarah called me asking where you were. She said she couldn't get in touch with you." "My phone's dead," I responded. "You've got to come and see this." After showing Kevin the pentagram, he found himself sitting on the same curb. "It could be a prank your son and his friends are pulling on you," he said. "Yeah, it could be," I respond. "You know you look like shit, right?" "Yeah, I've heard that. Can you give me a ride home? I need to talk to Sarah, and I don't want to drive the Satan-mobile." We don't talk much on the way back. I think we're both a little spooked. He drops me off at my house, and we go our separate ways. As I'm walking towards the front door, I can see soft flickering lights coming from the living room windows. When I get closer, I see that my wife is sitting in the lotus position, with her eyes closed in the center of a ring of lit candles. I may be a cheater, but she is a fucking witch. Rage boils over, and I storm into the house. "What in the hell are you doing? I know I was in the wrong, but you're literally killing me." She was startled out of her trance. "What are you talking about, honey? I'm just meditating. What did you do that was wrong?" "Don't act like you don't know about the pentagram under my car. Now you're in here doing some kind of ritual to kill what's left of me." "Ritual?" She smiled in confusion. "When I stopped by your office for lunch a couple of weeks ago, Samantha told me about some new meditation techniques I could add to my yoga routine. It's nothing to be scared of. What are you talking about? What did you do wrong?" "Samantha, I think we need to talk." That night I came clean to Sarah and told her everything. She was more devastated than I could ever have imagined. She left shortly after and took Tanner with her to stay with her parents. I don't know if she'll forgive me, but there's hope. She's better than I deserve. The next day I got an Uber to work and went up to my office. Samantha's desk was in perfect order, but she never showed back up, and she didn't leave any of her books behind either. I searched my office and found what I suspected underneath my rug. Strange symbols with Latin writing written in red. I broke out the cleaning supplies and got to work.
Hello listeners, if you enjoyed this story, please check out the author in the description. For more content, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more sinister readings.